began, it just seemed like heaven, so I did it. And do you remember? I bet you be back and forth. You be back together all day long. Do you remember us holding hands in each other's eyes? We stand. Tell me, do you remember the time when we fell in love? You remember the time when we first met, girl?
Today's gonna be a chill video, but in today's video we're gonna be talking about something else that someone scooped up from Beyonce's Renaissance tour. We love it. We're here for it 100%. So if you're interested to know what that is, like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your bell post notifications so that you'll be notified every time I drop a video. Let's get into this video. Now, girl, I was just saying, I don't know how people catch these things on camera, because when I watch videos of her Renaissance tour, I don't pay that much attention to notice little details. So I don't know, if people are trying to purposely find something or they just really spot it out of nowhere. But of course, somebody or someone found a video of Little Miss Remy. I don't know which one it is, but Beyonce's younger kids, Remy and Suri. Hopefully I'm saying it right, but the little girl, who, by the way, looks identical to Blue Ivy. OMG. She looks like Blue Ivy's clone. Let's just say that. But they found a video of Miss at her mother's Renaissance tour, and she was standing in the crowd with her father. So being who they are, they have to have security down there with them in their little area so that they can, be protected or whatever. So they had a security guard down there, which was a guy. Someone noticed that the bodyguard was feeling all up on the little girl who belongs to Jay-Z and Beyonce. Now, I hate to see it this way, but it's very possible. And I say this all the time. Anything's possible. He was seen rubbing his hands down her, basically.
Y'all know y'all like to act oblivious when it comes to certain celebrities, but not me. So I slowed it down and zoomed it in. What do you see?
I don't know, y'all. Tell me that they ain't letting a little girl be molested by bodyguards and men already. Because you know how Hollywood loves to sell their children to the industry. And I feel like Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith are one of them. They sold Jaden and Willow. Just look at them. They dress opposite of their gender. They're just very weird kids. Different, which I like, but they're weird. And just look at John Legend's wife. She's weird. Especially those tweets that she'd have made in the past that people are bringing up and keeping alive on TikTok. Yeah, I think it may be happening with Beyonce's kids. And it's always with the little girls. It's never with the little boys. Maybe. It seems to be on camera when it comes to the little girls. They got this on camera, or someone spotted it. Now, I did see this footage of Remy, I believe, and I didn't see that part. I guess I wasn't looking down that low on the baby girl to notice that the bodyguard did that. Was it inappropriate and too much? Yes. Even if he is getting paid a tremendous amount of money to protect these people, to have your hands that far down, he could have touched her arm, her back, anything, her hand. Why touch her thigh out of all places? I really don't want to believe this, and I hope it's not true. I hope he was just overwhelmed and he wasn't thinking, and he just kind of touched her right there so she wouldn't fall or anything, because it looked like she was standing on something. She was standing right next to her dad too. At first, I thought it was Jay-Z touching her like that, but then I was looking closely. I'm like, well, Jay-Z's not moving. His arm is not moving, so that can't be his hand touching Remy. And I'm like, thankfully, it was not her father, because that would have just been twice as worse. I ended up reading the comments, and they were like, it's the bodyguard touching her, blah, blah, blah. Sorry for the lighting. The sun just went behind a cloud. But no, it was the bodyguard rubbing on this little girl. And if you want my honest opinion, do I think that it was wrong? and inappropriate. I might have already said this, but yes, it was. And I didn't want to see it that way. I always try to make something good out of it. Oh, maybe he didn't want her to fall, or he was nervous, like I said. I'm pretty sure her tours have been filled up with people, and it can get overwhelming. It's kind of like going out grocery shopping and you don't want to be around people. Don't mind the laundry in the back, though. That's real life for you. But are they letting their daughter be touched by this man? Is there something that we don't see with these people behind closed doors when it comes to their kids? Because if that's the case, I mean, and like I said, I don't think that Beyonce beat the game. So maybe she's offering her children and she is allowing them to be molested and or touched by these older men to fulfill her bargain. I don't know. It's just a conspiracy. Don't take it around with it. But y'all definitely let me know what y'all think, because yeah, he shouldn't have been touching her right there. You could touch someone on the arm, a kid on the arm, back, shoulder, maybe even hand. But the way he was like holding her and then he started rubbing his hand down. I don't know. People find the craziest stuff and they turn it into something questionable. Because like I said, I didn't notice this. How do people notice this stuff? And I was just saying this, like when they were saying that Beyonce's hoo-ha was showing. I'm just like, why are we looking in between her legs anyways? As if us women don't have privacy as it is. Now they're creating this story. Also, I do want to talk about the Jeffrey Epstein list. I'm pretty sure we all should have heard this, because I did not think this was true. You don't think that Beyonce and Jay-Z would be infatuated with Jeffrey Epstein, but somehow, some way, well, Jay-Z being as big as he is, I don't know why I let it cross my mind, but no, yeah, they are infatuated with him, or were. Don't know if they still are. I mean, I know he's gone, but some people say he's not even really gone. He faked his, which I believe to be very possible. I think a lot of artists fake their. He wouldn't be the first. If you look up Jeffrey Epstein's visitors list, Beyonce and Jay-Z's name is on there. Now, I was kind of confused when I was looking at this, because I'm like, I do not see Jay-Z's name. Now, I was looking for his stage name. I had to put two and two together. I'm like, hold on. Let me look for his real name. What is his real name? Sean Carter. I looked in the S's because it's in order. It's a lot of names on there, by the way, but I looked at the S's and it said Sean Carter. And then they have Beyonce and the B's and it says Beyonce Knowles. So you mean to tell me they've been to that island and all you hear is sick stories about it? Sick conspiracies, whatever. And didn't he get popped for that? So if this video with and this bodyguard is real, I would not be surprised, because Beyonce and Jay-Z are on the Epstein list, and people say all types of crazy stuff about Jeffrey Epstein. They even came to a shocking theory that the Island Boys are his sons, and they were the little boys in the picture with Jeffrey Epstein. They do look like the little boys. I don't know, though. It's just a theory. Who's to say it's real? And their name is kind of a dead giveaway. It's the Island Boys. Who knows? This is getting worse. I mean, I think it's always been worse. I just think a lot of us regular people are catching on to it more than ever. And at this point, I don't even think that the people affiliated with the industry care anymore. Like, they're just being blunt about it. You have actors who are bluntly saying that they drink baby blood, and you had these random kids on the internet, I don't know who they were, but they were saying how their grandfather would make them sacrifice babies, and just crazy stuff. And we probably think it's just crazy and they're lying. You never know, because they do have that place, the Bohemian Grove. A man snuck into the Bohemian Grove and filmed a little bit, and they were doing rituals. It was a big owl. Isn't Drake's logo an owl? I also think to myself too that I strongly believe, first and foremost, that Beyonce did not have those kids herself. She might have put her egg into another woman or however it works and then used Jay-Z. Given the fact that the kids look just like her and Jay-Z mixed together, it's like 50-50. I don't think she pushed them out naturally. For that, I don't think that Jay-Z and Beyonce are very connected as parents to their kids, especially Beyonce. Beyonce's not connected to her kids as she should be, like a mother. It's just, I feel like, an act. But you could tell that Jay-Z loves them, especially Blue Ivy. Like, you can tell he idolizes his kids more than Beyonce. But this is just me. You can think what you want to think. I get a lot of people in my comments talking about I'm just making stuff up. You're right, I am making up theories. This is what I believe. If you don't believe it, you don't have to. Keep your opinions to yourself. If you disagree, disagree. But don't be an a-hole about it. I always make sure to say now that these are just theories. There's no truth to this. This is just what I feel. The theories that I put together or heard, it's always like that. I just hope and pray that they are not selling their kids out like that. I think Kim Kardashian is doing that to Northwest, as sad as it is. And I'm pretty sure it started at a young age, which is really sad because those celebrity kids, they don't get a childhood as they should. They have to grow up, be in the media, being dressed up as if they're models. And Kim Kardashian is worse at it when it comes to her kids. When she had North, it was just everything she decided to do with that little girl was just a disgrace. And now I finally understand, or I've been understood, why Kanye did not approve of a lot of stuff. He was very protective of his daughter. But I think that Kim sold North out, and I just hope that she's not being molested by the men in the industry. Because look at Shirley Temple. You do not sell your children, no matter what. And like I said, I just hope that this is not what we're seeing in this video. Or maybe he just got caught up. Maybe they don't know about this and their securities are just PVs and they just don't know, sincerely. But Jay-Z was standing right next to him. I don't know. And it didn't look like Jay-Z seen it. But then again, their names are on the Epstein list. So maybe they just don't care. I just want to throw in there really quick that Rummy seemed to be comfortable with the way he was touching her. She didn't look back. She didn't move anyway. She just kept her focus ahead of her. Maybe she was too mesmerized by her mom's show, but she was not fazed at all. You would have thought she would have looked back like, okay, why are you touching me? But no, as if it is normal to her. I just hope that this is not the case. People are detectives on the internet. We might as well just replace the system with people of the internet because they'll get a case solved in a week. I told you there were going to be some more drama coming out about this Renaissance tour. Sadly, it had to be this pertaining to children. I know Blue Ivy, I heard, is 11, which she doesn't look 11. That's insane. But I don't know how old the twins are. I know they're young. They need to, if they hear about this, check on their daughter, check their security guard, and make sure he's strictly for business. Because if he is touching that little girl behind closed doors and caressing her hips in a dark concert where no one can see or barely see, if you blink you might miss it. I just hope he's not doing that because she's too young for that. I just hope that this is not the case, and I would really like to know if anyone else seen this that was there. It was kind of dark in that space where she was doing her concert. He could have did anything he wanted to that little girl. Luckily, somebody caught it on camera of him caressing her, if this is even real. I can't imagine it not being real, but he could have did anything in that moment to that little girl in the dark, and no one know about it. And I just hope they don't leave their kids with these security guards, just random people who they think they might be able to trust. Like, no, just because he's a security guard don't mean that he won't fold and he might not be a PV. I wish that these grown men knew that these little kids' bodies weren't compatible with them, because it's not. Like, it will hurt them, scar them. They may never want to date in their entire life because of one single person or multiple people, bad people. And I just hope that this little girl's safe in the hands of her parents, around their bodyguards. And I hope that she is strong enough to speak up if she is being molested or touched by this man. I hope she's strong enough to say something, because that's not okay. And this goes for any child. This is not just towards celebrity children. This is for any child. All children need help. Even the ones that we may hear on the news, or just kids. People need to start believing in these children, making sure they're safe, and not being around men who are sick in the mind. Kids deserve a life. They deserve a childhood. Not to be essayed at a young age, growing up, having to go through that pain. Like, no child should have to go through that. So I just hope that this video wasn't like that. Like I said, I just hope that, like I said, it was just because it was dark in there and she was standing on something which was making her half as tall as them. It was dark, he was stressed, she was standing on this, and she was also, you know, participating in her mother's performance, dancing and stuff, being interactive. Maybe he just accidentally misplaced his hands and he realized it and took them off. I hope that's what it is. You never want to hear that it's more. But I just hope that this is not the case, because her father is huge. And I heard that he is with those Masons. I believe everything we see is true, and they know that we're not going to fully believe it. So they could just put it out on the internet and it sit there, because you don't know the difference between a real photo and a Photoshop photo. So her dad is very huge. I just hope that he would have the respect for his girls enough to protect them, even his little boy. With that industry, you never know. Y'all definitely let me know what y'all think, because some people be having great comments. So let me know what y'all think. Was he touching her inappropriately, or do you just think it was an accident? Let me know down below. Leave your negative comments somewhere else, or you will be blocked from my channel forever, and you will never get unblocked. Ever. Anyways, that pretty much wraps it up for this video. I just wanted to get on here and rant and talk about this video before it dies down, because girl, no. I know it's not Beyonce's kids now. I hope she did not sell them, or are trying to sell them, or just letting them be touched because she's too busy not paying attention. Always check on your kids. I'm not a parent, but it's common sense, especially with everything going on today. Anyways, that'll pretty much wrap it up for this video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Stay crazy.
Do you remember that one night when we fell in love? What we had felt so right, 'cause